What's good, people? It's the Rap Roundtable here. Your boy Jarv, Sincere the Rap Snob, Diddy the Balance, the homie Mace. We just need y'all to like, share, and subscribe when you tap into the videos. We're trying to reach 5,000 subs and eventually 10K subs. And with your help, we could definitely do that. Especially people who watch the videos and don't sub. You watching, we appreciate it. But the subs help us run it up even more. For our people who are already sub, make sure you hit that bell right next to the subscribe option. Pick all. When you pick all, it allows us to feed you what you need to get from us immediately. If you don't hit all, you'll get it when YouTube decides to give it to you. But if you hit all, you get the streams, you get the community posts, you get our regular uploads, you get everything. Hit all, help us run these numbers up, 5K, 10K, build a Rap Roundtable brand. Tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable is back. Before y'all say anything, this is not episode 52. We just had to recap the weekend because a lot of news happened in between us recording 52 and by the time 52 would drop. So me and the homie Mace is like, yo, we got to talk about these things because we didn't get to cover them. Right. I mean, it's your boy Jarv here alongside the homie Mace. Sincere's on vacation. Dini's on the clock. So you only got the two of us for this segment. But, I mean, the two of us is enough. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You can find a Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Cash App. All super chats are appreciated. Roundtablemerch.com is also on the way, so rock with us. Mace, the reasons that we here specifically have to do with the game, Weezy, and Irv Gotti. If you see the thumbnail, you know why you're here.
Yes, sir.
So, Game recently announced that he's pushing back his long-awaited Drillmatic album, and he feels betrayed. There's not much more information that has come out, but like, what are your thoughts? I feel like you got a soft spot for Game. So like, what are your thoughts on this album being pushed back yet again?
A disappointment, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm waiting on Drillmatic. You know, the Game, despite his antics, he always kind of delivers on his albums. I can't even lie. His discography post Dr. Dre, Aftermath, and his scope is even better than what he had before. Collectively, you know, the documentary being his best album, but that his string of albums are pretty great, if you ask me. But
strong discography.
When it comes to strong discography, but a weak mental, okay? Because I'm sick of the antics. Like when it comes, other than like artists like R. Kelly who have like literal like convictions on their record, there's no artist that I feel the opposite of. They're on the record and off record. Like I really can't stand this guy. Like reading his excuses about he was betrayed by someone close to him. He has back surgery from overworking out. Like on top of the pushbacks because of samples, I believe not too long ago. I mean, this album was supposed to drop first quarter at this point,
or late second quarter or something like that,
right? Along with Donda 2, he was advertising it, to be honest, and that was the 222 thing. And so it's like, Game, like even a fan like myself, you can only keep our attention for so long. I mean, when I was reading this statement, and I mentioned it in the group chat, when I was reading this statement about why the album isn't coming, it sounds like somebody trying to call out of work to their boss, like excuse after excuse after excuse. I mean, whatever floats his boat. I mean, this guy is, they've been calling him bipolar for the last damn near 2 decades at this point, and he keeps fulfilling it. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna listen to the album, but I'm completely writing them off. It'll drop when it drops for me.
Damn it, man. Yo, Game, at this point, I gotta start it off with this. He has wasted 2 separate rollouts. I don't think I've ever seen this in the history of the rollout era of hip hop, where an artist wasted 2 independent rollouts. First, you had when he did the Drink Champs interview and he was attached to Donda 2, as you just mentioned, and he was rolling out for Drillmatic, and Kanye did more than him than Dre ever did. Pushes the album back. Then he's doing an interview with the Jerry Curl in a semi-formal outfit with the light-skinned dude who gets all the interviews these days. I don't know his name. I mean no disrespect, but he gets a lot of interviews. He's getting a lot of headlines for Hip Hop DX. He's mentioning the 30-track album that's on the way, rolling out. We're approaching. I think he was supposed to drop in August. So we're like, all right, Game is on the way. We are anticipating this guy. Only for you to push it back yet again. At this point, can you get a third rollout? Do you just put the album out at this point? Because it's like, what are you doing? You broke your back, spinal. You're calling out of work. You betrayed. Did Kanye betray you? Did Kanye realize that Kim is available and decided that he needs to go talk to Kim instead of helping you with the final touches of the album? If you told us you got a 30-track album, bro, what at this point you already know what the infrastructure of the album is. Where are the visuals? We got like one. Didn't we get a video like during the first rollout? Or was it the second?
I don't even remember at this point. To be honest with you, I don't remember any visuals.
Kanye.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Right, that record
was
hard.
The first. That was the first rollout.
I didn't know that was part of his shit. Yeah, that was a hard record.
So you telling me all of these things are taking place, and you're not giving me music, and then you're pushing back. Game is teetering along the lines of people no longer caring to rush the album. At this point, he's teetered from me saying, you know what, I'm intrigued, because we said it on Wax. I'm intrigued by this Game album that's coming to now. Game might mess around and I might not even listen to it. You know, or people are gonna be in a spot where they're gonna get to it when they get to it. At a certain point, you might have gotten a full reaction from the Rap Roundtable for this Game album. Do we give it a reaction now? I don't think so.
Do we? I don't know.
Whatever favor that he has, whatever currency that he has with the public, to me, he is slowly wasting it. I shared in the group chat the interview he did with Hip Hop DX where he's talking about he saved Drake from whatever was going on, and then when the person asked him to specify what he meant, he kind of backpedaled on it. So it's like, are you lying again, Game? You gave us some good ass lies during this rollout and no album, bro. You said you got 7 whole samples cleared and no album, bro. All this goodwill, bro, you're wasting it. I'm disgusted.
And it's like we've been bombarded. I don't want to say bombarded like the Game is like top click news, not taking shots at them, but we've had so much news about this album. I don't even see Hit Boy talking about it anymore. He seen hype that first. He got other shit. He worried about KD3, other shit he got coming down the line. So it's like, just like you say, he had the Super Bowl alley-oop that he didn't even, you know what I mean? It's like this guy.
Wait, time out. Wasn't him being mad about the Super Bowl part of the first rollout? He was betrayed by Dre and ran to Kanye?
It blended. It was the betrayed by Dre, ran to Kanye Super Bowl aspect. There was the I'm a better rapper than Eminem aspect. There was like, there's been so many times where this guy was in the news. Then there was the 7 samples from Hov. That was another news item, just like you said, that just popped up. And it's like, every time this news comes out, I swear there's an album coming out. They have no release date. Is this supposed to be what's supposed to be released at this point? I think I saw August 12th before this announcement. Yeah. I don't know. So it's like in August 12th at this point. Doesn't somebody else have an album dropping that day? I think there's a big album dropping that day. I gotta check because I know my Googles.
I know Nas was dropping. Game was dropping. There was somebody else who put out a damn. I gotta go check the group chat. Now I gotta know. Now I gotta know. But it's like,
and it's like,
is that why he pushed the album back? Because he realized nobody's gonna care about his 30-track album this close?
Listen, that might be it. You see, Logic just threw that 30-track joint out there, and you
Logic, bro, come on.
Even Logic threw it out. That's what I'm saying. You gotta just throw it out there, bro. Like, it came and went, just like you said. Like most albums this year, to be honest. But it's like, come on, Game. Like, I don't know if this is to drum up more attention for it. I don't know. How are people supposed to respond to this? I was betrayed by someone close to me, but I can't talk about it. Did Whack 100 finally garnish your wages for this case, Game? What happened, bro? Let us know. You might get more kind of like activity going around this album if you just are more transparent. You always seem like you're lying. Everything you say just seems like a lie. Like, so it's like, I don't even know what to think about when it comes to this guy. The guy's a liar. He's been lying for 18 years. So it's like, listen, Game.
Based on Hip Hop DX,
kind of pointed it out.
Based on Hip Hop DX, he had a full runway. There was no real heavyweight releases coming out on August 12th. I'm looking at the calendar they have here. B.O.B. was dropping. We don't care. Prodigy was having an album coming out, but We don't know. We barely even knew about that. So to say like how we're gonna tap in because it's P, but it's like this is not something that was gonna impact them. And there's a few other acts here, Black Thought and Danger Mouse was dropping. That wasn't gonna impact Game. I know. Was it the Rock Marcy and
that might be it. That might be it. I know Sin had told us the actual release date recently. That actually might be it. That August 12th. I feel like there was somebody dropping more important than Game or more essential to the culture than Game. But you just went through it. But I don't know, Jarv. It's like that's not a Game release date. He's gonna drop whenever it comes out. This shit, you know, I remember earlier in the year, and I kind of just knew that Donda 2 was not dropping. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like at this point, Game has given me enough ammunition for me to be like, is this shit ever dropping? Like, really? I don't know.
With that being said, an artist who still matters to the culture greatly, the modern era's GOAT, whether you agree or disagree, most people 30 and under believe that this artist is the GOAT. Lil Wayne recently announced, or I think as of last night or yesterday, that the Carter 6 is on the way. It's known in Roundtable lore how I feel about Lil Wayne. It's also known in Roundtable lore how Mace feels about Lil Wayne. So Macito, voice of the young people, what are your thoughts about Lil Wayne being on the way?
Listen, Lil Wayne dropping, that's always going to be a treat. At this point, Wayne is in the point in his career, and this was announced at the OVO Fest that Drake threw, the little Young Money reunion they had up there. Wayne popped out, Nicki popped out, Jay Mills made an appearance, Gunna was up there.
Well, they got to pop out. They probably got album credits.
Listen, John's always gonna catch me, bro. I don't know about Gunna, but so. You know, we had the OVO, the Young Money reunion at OVO Fest. That's where Wayne announced it. And this is, you know, Wayne is at that point in his career. These last couple years, his feature run has been super on point. Even some of his biggest detractors have kind of been like, yo, the guy is spitting, the guy is rapping. He's doing the features that he's wants. You know, he's rapping with Griselda, he's rapping with Ross, he's rapping with the youngins like Polo G and Uzi. Like, right now, Wayne has a ton of freedom. You know what I mean? And after, you know, because he was on such a hot run that was halted by that Birdman situation, that he just was so stagnant for so long. So to see him come out, you know, Carter 5 wasn't great. Funeral was better. He's had this feature run. I'm excited about Carter 6. You know what I mean? I think right now he's completely free of shackles. He's completely, you know, he's not trying to drop a lollipop on this one. He's not trying to, you know, get you on a single and drop a Mrs. Officer. He just rapping. He just going hard like we want. So I'm excited about the rapping. I'm excited about the features. You know what I mean? Weezy, like, come on, everybody gonna listen to that one, bro.
But how you know that's how he coming musically? You know what I'm saying? Weezy gonna give you what he gonna give you now, and it's gonna be some Mrs. Officers and things of that nature, Mace.
You know, I don't think so. I feel like more recently, I'll go with Funeral in particular. The surprise release that dropped in 2020. He just was straight rapping on there. Like, and from his feature list, like even his features, they weren't like features on like an R&B single where he was trying to go for number one. They were straight rap features. You know what I mean? He made the random album with Rich the Kid. You know what I mean? He just, you know, it seems like right now Wayne is in that mode where he's either rapping with the heavyweights or he's like basically giving the youngins alley-oops with the features. You know what I mean? It's not really like a thing where he feels like, or in my opinion, where it seems like he feels like he has to do the Eminem thing. You know what I'm saying? On every album, where Eminem still feels like he got to give you them features. You know what I mean? Like, or those singles. He don't seem like that to me. He seemed real content with his spot. You know, even Drake is still kind of conforming to like what he thinks the public wants.
Listen, Drake wore a shirt that said, "I'm not a rapper." I disqualified him. Let's talk about Wayne. So, with that being said, the Carter 6. I would say, since Wayne has probably updated his writing room, the bars have definitely increased. I know the comment section, the Wayne fans are gonna come at my head. I don't care. It's
I gotta get him.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That man has had his pen is slightly questionable. It's okay. We know that already. J Mills, Corey Guns, Gilly the Kid.
Critically acclaimed rappers that he's naming here.
To name a few. To name a few. Shout out to Dipset for giving him the template. He said it himself.
I'll go with that.
Shout out to Hov for even further giving him the original Carter 2 template when he was trying to cosplay as Jay-Z with the cadence and the flow. Hey. Yeah, it's all documented. I don't give a damn what you say. You can say whatever you want to say to me in the comments. I won't even respond because it's history. I lived through it. At the end of the day, you could be fans, but if you're not trying to be objective, you want to be a stan, I'm going to tell all of you stans right now, a universal fuck out of here. Period. That's my response to every comment you want to conjure up. But with that being said, what he's been delivering recently, just up until the Primo album not too long ago, Wayne is in a nice little pocket. He's not rhyming as a person with a point to prove. He's very comfortable in his pocket, his breathing. He sounds a lot better than he did around the Carter 4-ish, or is it the Carter 5, pardon me, where it was just like, whoa, easy, like, what's going on? He sounds a lot better now than he did around the Carter 5. So will I spin it? Will I react to it? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, the space rap is in. Sonically, I think this album will be great because I think Wayne is paying attention because Wayne loves bars. So I know you kind of have an idea who and what Wayne is listening to based on who he's collaborated with and how he's rhyming right now. So as much as I could slander him for having help with his pen, I can give credit where it's due. He's been as locked in as he's ever been in his recent post-Carter 3 era. We're getting some of the best Weezy since the Carter 3 as far as technical rapping goes. So hell yeah, give me Carter 6. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's see where he lands in this current climate where the spitters are kind of rising up to the forefront again. Fair is fair.
I agree with that, John. Listen to the objectivity. Listen to the objectivity, folks.
They checked that out. He slandered him
and then gave him his props. How could y'all complain in these comments, man?
But my
excitement level, I'm gonna go like a 8-9 for this.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, you know, there's certain rappers, and I've spoken about it. They've kind of a couple have released earlier this year. Certain rappers, man. If I hear Lupe's dropping. If I hear Lloyd Banks is dropping, Wayne is up there with me. Of course, Jay and Nas, the two shoguns of all time. Mm-hmm. But there's certain guys where you're like, man, he dropping, we in there no matter what. Like, I want to hear this. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna reflect on this. So 8-9 for the Carter 6, man.
I'm looking forward to that, bro. Real quick, I looked up the group chat. It was the Rock Marciano album that was dropping on the 26th. We were just so excited about what August was looking like to get the Game album, Rock Marciano. Maybe Nas might be dropping it this month based on the rumors. And then in September, I think Rome was coming, BSF was coming. So we was getting excited in the chat about all of this rhymes coming out. And then to me, Wayne got it. For Wayne to put this out now, that means if it's not this month, in September, we getting Carter 6.
Damn, so look at that, man. Y'all might get a clip a day in August, September.
I'm gonna be active, bro. Wayne, the spotlight is on you because again, all the commercial guys have kind of moved. It's gonna be a lot of high caliber rap in the second half of the year. I'm still holding out hope that a Jay-Z album is gonna come too, but Wayne,
same.
Carter 6, you can reclaim a certain spot. The Rap Roundtable yearly top 10 is on the way. So
shoot your shot for it, Wayne. Come on now.
I'm just
saying, you deserve to be on that list, Wayne. Or hopefully
saying.
you do what it takes to be on that list. We not just showing folks in just because we like them. We don't do that here.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
Not at all. So with that being said, we got to talk about some negative news. We might have to clown somebody a little bit, bro.
That's my favorite thing to do, y'all.
Okay, well in that case, let's work. So Irv Gotti, I guess he's doing the rollout for his BET Murder Inc. documentary that's coming up soon. So it seems like everybody's last stop on their rollout, shout out to Game for fumbling his rollout, is to go to Drink Champs in the lead up to a release of something, whether it's a documentary or an album.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in these clips and everybody knows what we're going to be talking about. All of this Ashanti talk from Irv Gotti in the lead up to this documentary. So before I pass the ball to Mace, I'm gonna go first this time. Like, I know this is the T era, right? This is the click era. You say something salacious, you get the clicks, you get people to talk, so that people can go and they can rush the documentary and wait to see if they're gonna show any behind the scenes footage of Irv Gotti and Ashanti getting cozy. I understand that, but brother, man, you're old as fuck now. Like, you're not even the game's age where we can understand the game and the shenanigans when he posts his meat for the shade room to post so he could trend. We understand that's part of that little game. You're a grown ass man. You're an OG of the culture. You're the OG of the last golden era of East Coast hip hop. Low key, Irv Gotti's hands was in almost every facet of it. Whether you knew it or you didn't know it, or you like it or you don't like it, he was in every room that mattered during that time.
He was outside,
bro. He was outside. What you mean? Like literally, Irv Gotti was outside. If you looked up outside in the late '90s of hip hop, Irv Gotti's picture was there. You know what I'm saying? So for you to do this with all the stories you could tell, all the lore that's attached to your name, for you to be using this Ashanti thing and I found out that she was dating Nelly while watching a basketball game while you're at the crib with your wife. So you're so pressed about your side chick while sitting with your wife. And you're using this to promote your documentary. Like Irv Gotti. I wish I had the drop to get rid of this guy drop, because Irv, fuck out of here, bro. Mace, go ahead, man.
Yo, listen, man. Irv Gotti, you know, if you listen to the show, you know I've proclaimed 50 Cent is like one of my first favorite rappers ever. 50 Cent was when they say that hip hop can negatively affect the youth, my 50 Cent era proves it. We were outside acting bad to Jesus, okay? Yeah. So I my earliest days of hip hop fandom, I automatically hated Irv Gotti. I'm not gonna lie. But since I've become a grown man, since I've gotten out of my feelings, I'm not a stan for any rap anymore. I can see the whole picture. Irv Gotti's been a fascinating subject to me. Just like, you know, Jav may have, you know, I'm not gonna say he lived the era, maybe he came on the tail end, but he was able to see what Irv Gotti meant. So discovering that later in my fandom, like, wow, like checking the reasonable doubt producer credits and Irv Gotti's name is staring at you, and knowing about the Murder Inc. era, how he bought DMX to Leo. You know, I've gained, you know, along with Fat Joe, Irv Gotti is probably my dream interview as a podcaster. But, you know, and this is what Murder Inc. having Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, respectively, have been on Drink Champs about like 6 times at this point. So, you know, I get it. They running out of stories. Okay, I get it. But, Irv, you talked about this shit for like an hour and a half. Shit was off on another subject. You bringing back up Ashanti. Am I incorrect? Have we ever heard Ashanti talk about Irv Gotti in an interview?
Ashanti, I'm not gonna go out and 100% say that's the case, because I know Angie Ma used to get those interviews back in the day. So I'm not 100% confident, but I'll say this, Mace. She's not talking about it nearly as much, or if at all, when it comes to Irv Gotti. like whatever happened, I'm almost willing to wonder if she's embarrassed by the relationship, considering he was a married man, and the fact that she kind of don't even want to talk about any of her exes. I seen how funny she got when Nelly pulled up to the verses. She was a little uncomfortable. Yeah, about she that. She was. Ashanti might be one of those women who like, when I break up with you, you're in the past. You're right. I don't want to talk about you. There's no lore there. And again, being that they were never really outside with it. They're barely, you see how low-key A$AP and Rihanna relationship was until she got pregnant? They were barely even that. They weren't outside together.
We found out about it after.
Exactly. Like the industry knew, but you wasn't on Entertainment Tonight knew with it. Like, look, hip-hop super couple Ashanti and Irv Gotti. There was never that.
And this was the less transparent era. Y'all gotta remember, there was an era before social media where we had to go to the Source magazine to find out what was going on. You know what I mean? Or we had to listen to morning radio to hear the gossip. So This is not something that was like really
Shout
a
out
thing
Miss
during
Jones
the
and Miss
time.
Info.
Right. Shouts to Miss Info, legend. So you know, like Irv, he reeks of a nigga like reliving his glory years. Like even, and I'm not like, I've spoken about my issues with watching Drink Champs, you know, even though I support it, because who don't love how Nori has cultivated his podcast, you know? So even with difficulties watching it, I made sure, because of the fan I am of Irv Gotti interviews, I made sure I watched this, and it was like he bringing up, oh, my bitches is better than her, you know? Like it just seemed like a nigga that was just hurt, bro. Like he seemed hurt in his interview, and I'm like, damn,
a lot of her feelings.
He doing bad, man. He miss her. He said he don't never see her on Instagram. We all see Ashanti on Instagram,
Ashanti
folks. What is he talking about?
Goes viral quarterly on Instagram, Twitter, just for posting a bikini photo.
That's it. But he don't see it.
It just goes to show, because this is a show watched by predominantly men. So we could be men here for a second. It just goes to show how fire whatever Ashanti had going on with her was. That thing was good, boy. Because the energy like that.
We gotta love John bringing the Dini energy.
God,
you know what I mean?
son.
Even in the absence of my man.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, because it's been years. And you still, that means
decades.
This must have been the most fire he ever got, bro. Like, she put that thing on,
wakes up in cold sweats. Just Christ.
Watching a Foolish video over and over again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn, bro.
Sorry, Irv. We had to do it to you, bro. Like, we had to. We gave you your flowers at the same time.
As an OG and a vet in this game, Irv, bro, like, come on, bro. There's so many things you can talk about. We don't want to hear about you and Ashanti. If you would have went on, what's like a top female platform right now? Whatever the top female platform, female leaning platform is, you go there, you talk about that. Or that show on BET with all the girls, the four of them, the chick from 3LW and all of them. You go on that platform, you can talk about that. We don't care. Even the Breakfast Club, because they kind of lean into the gossip a little bit. Cool. Right. Ebro in the morning. Cool. You can't go to Big Boy Out West and do that. You can't even do it on Sway's Universe. Like, but if go to the T platforms and give the T. But the top hip hop podcast at the moment, which is Drink Champs, we don't want that, bro. We don't want Ashanti. Don't want to wake up and see her name in the news like that, bro. She don't want that.
You look crazy. It's like if Russell Simmons had an interview and spent half the episode talking about Kimora Lee Simmons' box, I'd be like, bro, what's going on here? Like, Chris Brown supposed to be above that, bro.
Son, Chris Brown was just on Drink Champs. He wasn't spending an hour talking about Karuchi.
Right.
Come on, son.
He never sees her. His bitches is badder. Like, come on, Irv. You look crazy. Even Ja made an interview, had to tell him calm down a little bit, bro. Like, come on.
How you have hurt X energy all these years? My girls look better than your girls. That's hurt energy. Because for all you would trade all of them in. Every last one, that was me to trading them in. You would trade all of them in to get Ashanti back. It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yeah, right. It is.
Real quick before we wrap this up, Mace. What's going on with Corday's mustache, beard, Wolverine? What's going on, fam? I'm not here to judge him, but he looks like a fucking goof. I'm sorry.
He's going through some sort of crisis right now. I don't think his album blew the way he wanted to. There was rumors about him breaking up with his girlfriend that were then quelled by him and his girlfriend the next day. I think he's going through that early artist, I need my name out in the thing, because I don't know why he came out looking crazy like that. You know what I mean? Like, Corday, you supposed to be like the next era J. Cole, right? Mm-hmm. J. Cole wasn't doing publicity stunts like this. He just stayed the course, and look at him now. So, Corday, cut out the antics, my nigga. You look crazy.
Damn, I'm upset that all of the YBM boys, they were next up, and all of them have taken L's. And I don't know about, Namir took an L. He dropped a record that was so bad that he had to disappear. This guy,
the worst record, like with the most dislikes in YouTube history, I believe.
Fam. Then we had the YBM dude, I forget his name, who was dating Black China. He seems to have evaded the L's for the most part.
Hey, remember when he the one who got his chain snatched and his face slashed by Lil TJ and them out here that time. So he
Get
took
outta
his
here.
L, man.
Oh, I didn't even know
he had
about
a big
that.
old $150 on his shit, bro. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna send you that after recording. Yeah,
I
man.
did
He
not
took the
know
biggest
that,
L.
man. So they all took L's then.
Facts, man.
Shit.
Facts.
YBM, I really was rocking with y'all. Y'all was in my phone around 2017-ish. I had YBM music in my phone. I was rocking with them because I always give the young people a chance. But this is not a good look, guys. But nevertheless, episode 52 is on the way. This Tuesday, 4:30. Look out for that. Roundtable in its purest form. Make sure you tap into that. If you haven't caught the Nas and Nature video, pull up. If you haven't caught the Biggie Smalls video, pull up. We getting racial in that Biggie Smalls video, but at the end of the day, we was never gonna kill Big for the sake of y'all people who are not from y'all Southern people who want us to kill Big. We weren't gonna do it.
They wanted that.
They wanted that.
Did.
We weren't giving you that. You know what I'm saying? The Biggie video's out. 51 is out. The TDE segment is out. Shout out to Punch.
Shout the Punch, man. Shout the Punch. We see you, bro. We see you.
And with that being said, fuck with us, and we'll be back soon. Peace.
All right, y'all. Be easy.